Hey guys, in this video, I got a call from a friend of mine, needed help. He's a packer, a hunter, a guide, an outfitter, and he had some conflicting contracts. He had a contract with the Forrest Service and he had an elk hunter coming in. And he's supposed to go up here into this rough old country and pack out a Forrest Service camp where they've been working trails. So he asked me if I could help. He said, "You know the country? Will you help?" You bet. Onward and upward. Hey, biggin. How many mules you got here, Mike?
I don't know. About a dozen. Yeah. I'll go mess with it.
Who are y'all? Who are you with?
The Conservation Corps, so Chesapeake. Sorry, Conservation Legacy. Hold up, sorry, CCNM.
CCNM.
So, yeah, Conservation Corps, New Mexico.
And where are you out of?
And that's in Las Cruces.
Where are you personally from?
I'm from Baltimore, Baltimore, Maryland.
Wow.
Kinda. I'm a military kid.
Oh yeah, you were a military brat.
Yeah, I spent the last few years doing
Your
policy.
dad in the military?
My mom. My dad
Really?
would never. That's what I always say. My dad would never make it. My mom.
Yeah, your mom's tough.
Yeah. My
Where
mom
was
she's
she
been
in the Air Force?
Army.
Army?
Yeah, she's been to Iraq. She's been to Afghanistan.
Good for her.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, my hat's off.
I know, yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, she just retired.
That's neat.
25 years.
Man.
Yeah.
Enlisted or officer?
Officer.
So you got out like a lieutenant colonel.
That's up to the ladies, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
No.
secret my ass.
Now, what do you use this for?
Going over the sawbuck to keep you coming back at the end of the day, and you're trotting down the trail. You know how them paniards?
Yeah.
And then you hit a branch, so they can come on. You know, you get back to camp and you're missing one. This keeps.
This locks it down.
Yeah. So if you want to put that over, I'll cut another one. Yep.
You got any scissors?
We're getting serious. This shit's brand new. This is a $high shit, you know.
Yeah. Priority mail.
Priority man. If a guy could cut something straight, he'd be all right, huh?
Straight's not exactly what we're talking about.
And you know, see them long ones? I use them when I put the elk horns on. I button it down where I don't use rope. I just bungee them elk horns on.
Straight
that
down.
way going through the brush.
You bungee them down to
the sawbuck down top. You know what I mean? Like the horns. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I say that all inner tube for building a fire. In the wet weather, you can build a fire with that inner tube.
Can you really?
Well, yeah, you know how inner tube rubber burns.
Yeah, tire burns.
And you just keep this and get a lighter under it and throw it and start adding wood to it. You know, like they say, you got to be in packing. Let me cut this one straight again. You got to be what they call innovative.
Innovative. Have an imagination.
Yeah, have an
Work
imagination.
with what you got.
Have a vision.
Straight.
Have a vision. Yeah, I get my wife to rub my head every night. And it used to be, you know, when hey, don't film this.
This is what'll make the video go viral.
Continue.
My wife would not approve. You know what I mean?
You'll have more customers next year than you can shake a stick at.
Hey, you know that guy told me, what's his name? Me and Kyle brought it up. And that thing you did on me, it's like over 50,000 people have looked. Who the hell would want to see that stuff?
Okay, if you don't see me in 4 or 5 days,
Yeah.
just tell Tammy I'm sorry.
You want me to take your place, Kyle?
Yeah, that'd be fine. What's gonna happen to Marie?
What are buddies for? You know what I mean?
Hold the camera.
Yeah?
Just trying to help.
You know?
See you later.
All right, Kyle. We're gonna head out here pretty quick.
It's a Forest Service trucks. They have keys to those gates. so they can drive on down here. And this is where the crews, I guess, they drive to here, and the crews take off from here on foot. I dropped my mule train. I dropped my rope for my mule train. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Just a rookie mistake, and I had to do it while Mike and everybody was driving by. It's embarrassing. Fancy little gates. I got about a 4-hour ride now. We'll stay on this 2-track road, go right down here in the bottom, and then we're going to turn right up a wilderness trail. And then it's a long ways up in there. Looks like we might hit rain too. We'll go right up through there. Those are elk tracks up and down this trail. How long did it take you to get to here?
We started at 7 o'clock in the morning, but we've been taking breaks fairly
Have you?
liberally.
Is there some people behind you?
Just one more, Kyle.
Oh, okay, cool.
And we're on our way to Hermosa right now.
Yeah, that's where I started from.
Sweet. I know Forrest Service crews would be really excited to see you.
They're ready to get out of there?
Well, no, if anything, they wish they had one more day to tie in the trail we're working on. But
Did they make it all the way to the top of Water Canyon, or?
oh, yeah. So where they're camped right now is where this trail hits Water Canyon.
Okay.
And then they stayed on what is it? Pronghorn.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
So we've been working that way to where they left off in a previous hitch.
Okay, cool.
We're working their way.
Good.
this way.
Thanks. Thank you guys for working these trails. They've been needing it for a long time.
Well, it's our pleasure. It's a lot of hard work, but
Yeah.
we get to. This is our office. I don't know if folks in the camera can see, but it's beautiful.
That's where I like to keep my office.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I think I camped right down there one time. I think this is the right canyon. It seems right. I remember this trail, but I came in from the other side, back where my camp used to be. It's quite a ways back to the south. Yeah, I camped right down there in that little meadow. It's a pretty good climb out of here. I think this is where Mike camps. Right here. Packs water up here. Then you can climb up on top of that hill right there and glass all this country. If you're elk hunting, and I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing. We're going to drop down, right down through here and cut down and around. We'll end up down in the bottom, and then we go through a canyon called Hell's Canyon. We drop down, then we hit the Animus and we go up. Still got a good 3 hours to go, maybe more. Mules are all settled in good, so they're doing all right. Bonnie got off the muscle. She's tired now. She'll be real tired time we get there. All right. Enough rest. Here we go. I was wrong. We got one more climb to go. And then we'll hit Hell's Canyon and then the Animus. It's a long old ways back in here. It's beautiful though. Nice, quiet. Good stuff. That is Hell's Canyon. drop down in the bottom of this and hang a right and go up this rough old canyon. So a really cool thing up here I want to show you guys. I've been to it a few times, and then there used to be a cabin up there, but the fire came through and burnt the cabin down. I got a picture somewhere of me sitting on the porch of that cabin. But yeah, it goes all the way up there where it heads out, and then you got like Holden Prong, Flower Canyon, and I think Water Canyon. And they're camped at the bottom of Water Canyon. So we still got a long old ride to go. Sunshine and rain. It's pretty cool. Feels good. It's been so hot. Looks like an old corral and a chair. Wonder who brought a chair up here. A long ways. September 1879, unknown soldier. Peter Haynes, Jake Crump, John Johnson, 9th U.S. Cavalry, Bar, AJA, Sam, Navajo Scouts, Indian Wars. September 15th, 1879. This is the monument to the Buffalo Soldiers. I can't get off and get closer to those monuments, but there's supposed to be 11 graves here. I can't get closer with this string of mules. If I do, I'm liable to lose what I got. But they made this monument, flagpole. Somebody needs to come up here and maintain this. But anyway, they were black guys, black unit of the cavalry, I guess, soldiers. And the Apaches, I think it was Victorio. I don't think it was Geronimo. It was Victorio. They ambushed them here. It's called Massacre Canyon. And they killed them. Anyway, I got to keep going. I got to get to that camp before dark. There used to be an old camp up here called Kelso. It was a cabin. But I think it's gone now. So, yeah, I know it's gone. See, what happens, the fires came in, then this thing really flooded. After that, Mother Nature's way, they burn it. She burns it out, and then she brings the rain and washes it out. Starts anew, but it's no good for our generation. Anyway, I better keep going. Why? There he is. How's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
You don't mind if I film you, do you?
Oh, that's fine.
Cool.
How's the ride?
It's a long ways.
It is. Yeah, thanks for coming out.
It's a long ways. Water Canyon. This is where y'all are camped?
Yeah, we're just up on the hill here.
Oh, okay.
But there's spots of time off on these trees back here behind you or
Okay.
ahead, either way.
Is there some open places up there?
Yeah, it's a little more open. We got our tents around. But
Oh, you got your tents up here, or no?
yeah. It doesn't really open up unless you go back to
Murphy Place or just before it there.
Okay. Whew. I'm not used to this. It's been a long time. Y'all did. The trail looks really good.
Thank you.
From the monument this way.
Yeah, going back to the junction, we could still do some.
It's just not marked very good.
Yeah.
It's marked real good up through here.
Yeah.
That night I was sure tired. I talked to the trail crew for a little while, and then I set up my camp, chair and my bedroll. I just do everything on the ground. I had to tie the mules to trees because there was no open areas to picket them out. And I had to get an early start the next day if I was going to make it in before dark to Hermosa. Good night. Need a hand brushing or anything? No, here in a minute when I put the pack saddles on, help me with the panniers and everything, and then we'll start trying to load things up evenly. Sounds good. So they'll ride out balanced, you know. Mm-hmm. Gotta feel good to get that stretched down. Fresh mountain air. What group are y'all with?
We're the Bozeman Ranger District from Bozeman, Montana.
How do you end up in New Mexico working on trails?
So, man, it started back in 2020-ish. Jim Apodaca, who's the recreation manager over in Black Range District in Cruiser Consequence, he had a grant. He didn't have anyone to hire with it. He wasn't able to hire with it. Wasn't sure what to do with it before it expired. I was working out of Silver City at the time. I suggested he send down a crew from Region 1, which is Montana, Northern Idaho. A lot of skilled sawyers for the mess that a lot of these trails are. And so he did, and that was our first trip in fall of 2021. And then the Blackfire came through and brought in some more money for trail rehabilitation. And we've been, this is our 6th trip since then. Since we first started. And
same group?
Same, well, it's been a mix. So myself and Will Shaldis, who is the trails manager in Phillipsburg, Montana, we've been combining various crews from our own districts and from other districts around the region.
Say, you look real familiar to me.
I don't know why that'd be.
I don't know. Unless you've been around these hills much and we bumped into each other, I don't know.
Yeah, I lived in Silver City for a year. And,
yeah.
But usually I never see anybody out on trails. So.
No, not up here. It's
yeah.
Well, because the trails have been in such bad shape, nobody likes to use them.
Yeah.
And historically, I mean, it was more than hiking. It's been mules, you know, riding the country, horseback mule. But now the Gila over there in the wilderness, that's different. Of course, they got the rivers and everything, so it's a little more attractive, I guess.
A lot of these trails are toast.
They've been toast for years.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's worked this since the Silver Fire, and that was 2013.
I don't even remember. Oh, there's another one. I thought that was the same one. Yeah, well, I mean, they came and worked out of Cave Creek to Apache Peak, and then across, I guess they call that the Animas Divide Trail. Oh. They worked it back when I was living down there. And they got right up to East Curtis Canyon. But then I think another fire come through, and I went up there. I packed my nephew in. He had a deer hunt, and the trail, of course nobody used it. The trail's just gone, and the thorny locust has come up so bad that it's miserable trying to get through there. Sure. Absolutely miserable. Well, cool.
I think these are pretty close on weight. Yeah, they're full.
Just one full.
Yep, those two are burly.
Let me go through and tighten them up again.
Okay.
Heading out with the load. Tell you what, that's nothing but work. Got a lot of respect for guys that make a living packing. It's hard work. Give them a little blower. Could you imagine riding this country when the Indians were in here, were the Apaches? It'd be kind of spooky, really. Wondering if you were going to bump into them or what was going to happen, if they were going to ambush you. I might not be tough enough for that. Might have to move to town, get a job at a drugstore or something. Become a bartender. All right, guys, let's roll. That a lion track? You know, I got a lot of respect for those professional packers that take those big, long pack trains in. And all in all, I mean, I'm glad I did it. I mean, it wasn't beyond my capabilities. And I only had a few little mishaps. Most of them were my fault. One time I dropped my rope to my lead mule. So I lost the whole pack train. And Clyde doesn't quite trust me yet, so I had to corner him and again, I didn't wrap any trees or anything with the pack train, so that's good. Had my, I used baling twine on the back of my pack saddle to tie up the third mule. You know, the mule behind my mule. The twine snapped. So I had to get off, no problem. I got off and fixed it. No problems. That mule just stood there. The third mule back just stood there and let me walk right up to her. And I lost a saddle pad underneath the fourth mule. Saddle pad worked its way out from under it. Man, I sucked these mules up tight this morning. I mean, I saddled them, cinched them up, went through and got all the stuff ready and everything, and then I went back and sucked them up tight. Still lost it. Never had that happen before. Yeah, I'm glad I did it, but I don't really care to do it anymore with 5 mules. 6 counting my saddle mule. 3 at the max. I mean, saddle mule and 2 pack mules. That would be okay. Preferably, I just want to take 1 pack mule and just carry my stuff. One thing about it, Bonnie girl here, she's a good mule. Now in the morning, she's a little fresh and she walks a little fast for the pack string, but she never quit me. She never said, no, I don't want to go there. She went everywhere I asked her to go. She's a nice mule. Nice mule. You don't have to pedal her. She walks nice. And when I say pedal her, what I mean is I don't have to constantly have to kick her. Now, she's got a few little quirks. You know, falling off the side of the trail. But, you know, she's still a mule. It was a good couple days. Over 30 miles, I'm sure. And hot. It was hot. Too hot. I don't like to pack in the hot weather like this. Till next time. Onward and upward, guys.
Well.
I like to see men get an early start in the morning.
What do we have here?
Hey, I told him 5 minutes ago. Brett's gonna come riding up. Am I wrong?
He just said, did you hear Brett?
I
He said it was hard to hear and he's lying about it.
Well, I heard Indians back off that way,
You
so.
heard who?
Indians.
Indians?
Yeah, Apaches, I think.
I think there's still a bunch. I see little tracks now and then.
I could have used a lash rope.
Say what now?
I could have used a lash
Oh,
rope.
I should have gave you one.
We had to kind of. It rode though. It rode.
You okay though?
Oh yeah.